Hello everybody, welcome back to the FM24 Draft a Glory Save with Austin. We are in the CONCACAF Champions League semi-finals and we are playing Tigres, which should be quite a good game. Probably the toughest opponent we've come up against yet. Obviously, this is hopefully, probably, the final season of this save. I've got some other ideas that I want to do as series on the channel to go alongside the Youth Academy save, but the plan was always to win the CONCACAF Champions League. We're in the semi-finals, and I sort of feel like if we're not going to do it now, then I think it's a good time to end the save anyway. So we're either going to win it and end the save, or not win it and end the save. If we win it, we'll just end the save with the final. Hopefully we win. If we don't win it, we'll go all the way through and see if we can win the MLS as well, which we're doing all right in. 4 points behind Colorado in our conference, so not too bad. We are 4 points behind Colorado in the Supporters' Shield as well, so us two are leading the way quite comfortably actually. They're 10 points. Colorado 10 points ahead of LA Galaxy. In fact, it's all our conference doing pretty well. Only Atlanta United from the other conference are sort of breaking any headway. But yeah, we don't really need to worry too much about that because it's very recently since the last episode, isn't it? We only had 2 games against Sporting Kansas City, a 1-1 draw away from or at home, and then a 2-0 win away from home as well, with Gonzalez and Ben Williams getting the goal. We're allowed to rest a few players in that game, which was good. So we're ready for the game against Tigres. Both semi-final legs in this episode. We'll do the first leg and the second leg, and then hopefully the next episode will be the final. So it's going to be us or Tigres versus Cruz Azul or New England. So there's a potential for an all-Mexican final, an all-American final, or an inter-country final as well. If Cruz Azul beat New England and we beat Tigres, I think that's what I'd prefer. I think I'd prefer to take on a Mexican club in the final. But we'll see. Cruz Azul are the holders as well, so they are aiming to repeat their win and do a back-to-back Champions League win, which is interesting. But we do have the first leg straight away coming up, and as far as I'm aware, we have a full-strength squad to pick from, whereas Tigres do have a couple of injuries here and there. So obviously Jack Marriott will be in goal. That's a bit of a given nowadays. Sandoval, I think, will be our starting right back, although we do have Angelo Sanchini, who we could put in there, who we drafted in as well. Ethan Diallo will definitely be at left back. He's the starting left back there. Samuel Ido will come in and play alongside, I think, Ramirez. Is the guy that we want in there. He's been playing most of the season in there at left back. I do think we'll stick with Sandoval at right back. Just sort of makes sense. On right midfield, Connor Dawson is our main man. In the middle, it will be Daniel Pereira to start. On the left-hand side, Odoriso will be in. But Palmer has started to make some headway. He's got 6 substitute appearances after his big injury at the beginning of the season. 1 assist, 7.03, not doing too bad as a little substitute in there for Idariso. In the attack, Robbie Humphreys, obviously, up front. Top goal scorer for the year with 12 in 10 starts, so very good from him. Dyack will be starting in the more advanced role, gives us a bit of height, and it would normally be Burton next to him, but he has got a little bit of a knock, so we could either start Ben Williams in there for a little bit more of our sort of technical, mental attributes in there. We could push Daniel Pereira up there and then bring in one of the other players to play in central midfield. But I think we're just going to go with the simple approach of putting Ben Williams in there to start. Lots of green lines as people enjoy playing with each other, which is great. Tom Bigay on the bench, Jordan Cruz on the bench. We'll go with Trulio on the bench, Joe Whitehead on the bench. Cruz, Wolf, David Jones. We won't really need Carl Bartlett on there, I don't think. We will go with Palmer and we'll go with Gutierrez. Do we get more than 9? Oh, we do. Oh, lovely. We'll definitely have Bartlett on there then. And we'll go with Trevino and we'll go with Sorchak as well. That's our 12. Let's get into the game. Let's see what we can do against Tigres in this first leg. I don't know if the games are played at home and away because technically we're hosting it, but it is being played at the San Nicolas de la Garza, so I do think we go to Mexico to play this one. So we are the underdogs. No, I'm going to say I expect a good result. Go and get us something to take back into the second leg. That would be absolutely glorious. So They're lining up in the 4-2-3-1. They do have a good team. Ibanez, top goal scorer for them. But they're not outstanding. They're good. They're obviously very good. They're the champions of Mexico, but they're not they're not quite the champions of Mexico. I think they were a couple of years ago. But Cruz Azul are the best team in Mexico in this save. And obviously they're the current holders of the CONCACAF Champions League. And well done, Diallo. Good tackle there. Are we on key highlights? We are on key highlights. So this is a kickoff, or the kickoff highlight. Dawson flicks it on. Diak can't quite get there. Up it goes to Angulo. It's already... Possession's changed hands a couple of times. Ibanez is in. It's a really good save from Marriott to block that one as well. You'll notice as well we don't have a bowling ball anymore. We are using a ball as Barajas swings this one in and the header goes past the post. Goal kick for us. Let's shout some encouragement at them as Tigres are controlling the play in the early stages of this first leg. Good ball through to Lienz. Diego Lienz tests Marriott again. Good save. 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. It has been all Tigres, hasn't it, at the moment? But luckily we didn't get to see anything of that penalty. Sandoval with a throw-in. He'll take it into Idaho. Idaho into Pereira. Pereira, who we're going to need to have a good game today. Pokes the ball through to Diak. Over the top into Humphreys. Humphreys is through. He's hit the post. Oh, we can normally rely on him to score. Really good ball through. But Humphreys smashes the post. Oh, that's the best chance of the game. Sandoval gets beaten in behind. Ibanez misses an opportunity, but he's offside. And this is an end-to-end action-packed game at the moment. Brejas is there. They've hit the woodwork as well. Bloody hell. Both teams going for this one. It's another corner as it was cleared behind by an Austin FC player. Brejas is on it. Swings it in again. And Joaquin this time is beaten in the air, but onto the back post. And Diallo heads it away. Not sure if it was going in, but it looked like it could have been. Corner, Odoriso, our first corner of the game that we've seen. In it goes. Samir heads it away at the front post for Tigres. Dawson back to Odoriso, trying to get onto his left foot. Dawson shoots over the bar. Was hoping there we might get a penalty for that little nick on Odoriso, but nothing forthcoming. 7 shots for Tigres with an XG of 1.07. We have weathered that storm, and now it looks like we're just trying to put it down the other end as Ben Williams is there. The linesman isn't flagging, but the referee is checking with VAR. Ben Williams stands with his hands on his hips, and the players celebrate. It's 1-0 Austin. Ben Williams not known for his heading, but Odoriso swings it in. It was cleared away. Pereira managed to get it through that gap back to Odoriso, dinks it to the back post. Williams is there. He's not known for his heading, but that isn't going to take much to do and score that one, is it? 1-0 Austin, potentially against the run of play. But you've got to argue, we've started to get back into this game after they didn't take their chances. They hit the bar, and then it sort of prompted us to start playing a bit better. Odoriso swings this one. Ramirez! Oh, the keeper didn't even move. The referee's checking it again. Again, the linesman didn't flag. Is he checking it for a foul on the goalkeeper? He is, and he's disallowed it. Idaho was offside and it blocked the goalkeeper's view, that one. So it remains 1-0 in this first half. I thought that was going to be perfect. 2 set pieces to put us 2-0 up in this semi-final would have been absolutely incredible. But we do tick down to half-time. And with 47 minutes played, it is half-time. 12 shots to 7. They've only had 1 on target. We've only had 2. They do have the better XG, but I do like how we are playing. So I'm going to say I'm happy with the performance. Keep it going out there. We're going to give them a double amount of praise as we start the second half as well, because we can play at our own sort of tempo. It's another corner. Dawson's going to take it. He's got Ramirez and Idaho in there. Ramirez heads this one over the bar. You can see Idaho ran away from the goalkeeper that time as well to make sure he wasn't offside. But so far, so good. I think we're going to get, with 53 minutes gone, about 10 minutes of the first half. Humphreys has picked up a knock. Gonzalez can come on, playing back in his native Mexico. We drafted this guy, and for about 7 months, he was our starting striker. And then Humphreys came up in the next draft, and we were like, wow, we've got to take Humphreys. He looks absolutely incredible. So we're playing well. Pereira on a 6.6 in the middle. We wanted him to have a very good, important game, but he's not stamping his authority on this one as Cordova comes in. Idaho with a really good tackle. And Dawson controls it. Goes back to Marriott. Big hoof forward out towards Odoriso, who can't win the header. Williams gets there. Odoriso picks up the loose ball. Still going Odoriso down the left. Back to Diallo. Just trying to keep the ball and recycle possession. Into Williams. Williams turns. Pereira's there. Loves a shot. Pereira loves a shot just past the post. Really good effort from our club captain, but we couldn't get it on target. It was a good little move. Good patient hold-up play. And it feels like, they've changed to a 4-4-2. It feels like we are in control of this game at the moment. Pereira finds Dayak. Now a 4-4-2 is very vulnerable to this as Gonzalez is in. He's missed the target as well. Oh, lads. We've got to make these chances count. The 4-4-2 is very susceptible to this formation because the way we push the attacking midfielders in this system, Pereira can always take control of their most advanced person in midfield from the 4-4-2. We've got 2 defenders. Oh, Pereira nearly gave that one away. We got a bit lucky there. Diallo up to Williams, but normally it allows these 3 to come back. So Cordova's there. Cordova goes out towards Pereira. So he gets that ball past Diallo, but he recovers well. You feel there's a goal at the end of this. The highlight's gone on long enough that there must be a goal. Odoriso, he's got Pereira inside him. He's still going, Odoriso, all the way down the left. In it goes towards Gonzalez. Flicks it back. Dayak with a shot. Garcia claims it what looked pretty comfortably. But we are going to get fresh legs on for Pereira in the middle. We're going to go with David Jones. He's slightly more defensive orientated in there. Dayak is not playing the best. So we're going to bring on Wolf. Do I bring on Wolf for him? No, we're going to bring on Trevino, who's someone we drafted recently as well. And we'll do that. There is a 6.6 at the back there is Idaho. Let's bring on Joe Whitehead just to see if we can shore up the defence a little bit as well. I was worried about that Daniel Pereira pass back towards the goalkeeper. It did look like it was a little bit laboured and tired, so we'll give him a rest. In it goes. Whitehead's there to head it away at the front post. But Ayas does go back to Antuna, who's in, and he fires it in the bottom corner. The flag goes up from the linesman. Generally, the linesman gets it right when it's checked by VAR in Football Manager this year. So we're just going to wait and see. The players don't celebrate at the moment for Tigres, so I think this one's going to be disallowed. And it is. So we'll just give them a little bit of praise again because we're happy with the result so far. I think is pretty good. If we can hold on to 1-0, I'd probably take a draw back to Texas as well because I think we'll be the better team. As Gonzalez couldn't quite get that one under his control. Goalkeeper goes long. Ramirez wins the header. Williams couldn't get there. He's looking tired, Williams. Antuna, we need to mark up in the middle, and we don't. Ibanez is there. We've kept him quiet all game. That one's going to count. 1-1. And that is a little bit irritating. I'm going to cancel that because I want to cancel the shout. I don't know if that's going to go through in time. But, yeah, that stemmed from Williams losing the ball, and he is looking very tired. We're going to bring on Wolf for him up there. We'll move David Jones. No, we're going to go with Wolf and Jones as the more attacking two. But yeah, let's see how we get on. We're going to drop Trevino back into that central midfield role. 1-1, 9 minutes to go. Let's see if we can get something here because we've got men over. Trevino loves a lovely ball over to Odoriso. Brings it down into Williams. Williams shoots. A really good save from the goalkeeper. It is going to give us an opportunity to get those subs on though. We can give the players a bit more encouragement. We definitely controlled the game in the second half. Oh no, they've got 2 men free here. They've got 2 men free. I mean, he should have passed. He should have just slipped one of those players into the side of the wall. But Marriott with a good save. 5 minutes to go. Cordova swings it in. Whitehead heads it away. And Tuna is there, but we can't get onto that loose ball. And it will be a free kick. Because I think someone was offside, actually. But 5 minutes to go. Oh, we've just... took Daniel Pereira off, maybe an error. He just looked a little bit laboured with that pass back. But as I said, I generally would be happy with a draw in the first leg. I'm much more confident when we get back to Texas in Austin for the home game. As Antuna comes forward again. He's going on a really good run. Oh, and I said I was happy with a draw. Antuna has come up with what has to be the winner for Tigres. Garza flicked it on. Antuna had a lot of work to do from here. And he's just ran a long way. Right-footed. Took it early. I think that wrong-footed Marriott. It's a great finish. Oh, we've been the better team as well. We have this... Look at that. We've got an XG of 3 and we've scored 1. Wow. Okay, well, we've got it all to do in the second leg. We've got it all to do in the second leg. We'll be back for that. In between, we've got a game against Seattle. I'll let you know how that one goes as well. Here we are then back for the second leg with that 2-1 deficit. It was a 1-1 draw with Seattle. We absolutely battered them but couldn't find the second goal. 17 shots to 8, 8 on target to 4, an XG of 1.29 to their 0.58. We just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. Humphreys having another bad game. He got subbed off. Pereira did well in this one, got tired and is coming into this next second leg a little bit not full fitness, but we're still going to play him. We do have a suspension though to Ryan Carson, that's the folks in the Victor player, Conan Dawson on the right and Ethan Diallo at left back. So it is going to be a start for Carl Bartlett on the right hand side, and I think we're going to give the nod to Slevan Trulio at left back. I do like Slevan Trulio there. I do think it's a good place for him to be. Mika Burton is back, and I sort of want to start him because he's at full fitness. So we are going to bring him in for Williams. We rested Odoriso against Seattle as well, so he can come back into the starting lineup. And then on the bench, we will put Ben Williams on the bench for the suspended Ethan Diallo. And then we need to just make sure that we've got someone on the bench. We'll go with Logan Mallet in case we need to go for goals instead of Connor Dawson. But that's the lineup we're going with. Marriott, Sandoval, Idaho, Ramirez, Trulio, Bartlett, Pereira, Odoriso, Burton, Dyack and Humphreys is our team. We're hoping Humphreys... Oh, hang on. Who's got an 80%? Oh, Daniel Pereira, he's tired. 80%. Sandoval's at 79. We'll do Jordan Cruz for Sandoval then. I'm going to not start him. We're going to start Owen Wolf in there. David Jones is normally my go-to player, but we'll go with Owen Wolf because he is all round a better player. I think he gives us a bit more of an attacking option as well. Okay, we owe Tigres after what happened in our last game. It was just like a week ago, not even that, less than a week ago. In the other game, Cruz Azul beat New England in their first leg 1-0. So at the moment, we're going for a All-Mexico final. But interestingly, they've dropped their striker. They've dropped Ibanez, and they've brought in who looks to be a bit of a younger player. Ramirez goes back to Marriott, as this is inside the first minute of the game. Up to Dyack. Dyack goes into Cruz. Idaho just recycles it to Ramirez. Into Trulio. Up it goes to Burton. Wolf. Into Burton again. His first time through ball was intercepted. As Tigres now get on the ball. Here is Antuna. Antuna, who was the man of the match in the first leg, got the winner into the dying minutes as Guerrerian is forced backwards. We are putting him under pressure. Humphreys, go on, lad. Keeper's off his line. Humphreys is through 1-on-1. Humphreys chips the keeper. 1-0. 1 minute and 46 seconds. Come on. He's back. He's had 2 shocking games in a row, but Humphreys is back, pouncing on the mistake from the Tigres defender. I thought he was going to get that one, but he obviously put Samir off enough to make his first touch horrendous. Goalkeeper didn't know whether to come or go, and that is a delicate little chip from Humphreys inside the post. 1-0 Austin. Let's bloody go. Give him a bit of praise for that fantastic start. And I was confident. Coming at home, I did think we were going to have the better of them, and we've started the game very, very well. 3 shots on target, 4 shots, 2 on target. We are in a position of control, it feels like at the moment. They've only had 2 shots, 1 on target, not doing too much with it. Let's give a little bit more encouragement. Hopefully they're not too pissed off with that, but we shall see. 30 minutes gone, 2-2 on aggregate. Not much happening in terms of highlights. It looks like Tigres getting back into it, but shooting from range because their XG really isn't very good at the moment. Bartlett is struggling on the right. And because we don't have another right winger, we may have to move Burton out there. Odoriso, in it goes. Dyack with a header. Come on! Big Mauricio Dyack. It's being checked for VAR and offside. He looked on. It looked a good, legitimate goal. And it is a legitimate goal. Dyack, our big player. We bought him in as a target forward all those years ago. And he's just developed into this really good attacking midfielder. Yeah, nowhere near offside. Great header at the back post. 2-0 up on the day. 3-2 up on aggregate. Bartlett has picked up a knock. I think we might bring on Pereira on the right-hand side. Dyack knocks it down to Bartlett. Swings in a high loopy cross. It's going to find Odoriso, who is captain in Pereira's absence. Burton's shot is blocked well by Joaquim. And come on, we're piling on the pressure. Let's go 3-0 up. Really destroy their confidence. Wolf is going to take the corner. Swings it in looking for Ramirez. Joaquim heads it away. Bartlett is there. Burton. Back to Wolf. Oh, how do we not see that highlight end? But it's 10 shots to 5. 4 on target to 1. We are in control of this second leg. I'm going to say we're doing well. Bartlett hampered by injury. It's a foot injury, maybe a broken foot. How is Pereira? He's not completely knackered. Pereira onto the right, which is a move we do when we've had one of our right wingers suspended or injured. Pereira does act as sort of our backup out there, and he does it very, very well. So I'm hoping that we can make this work. But Ayaz swings this one in. Ramirez, I thought it was going to be a penalty. He cleared the ball well. Brunetta shoots, just clipped the top of the outside of the post, and it remains 2-0. We're going to give them more praise again because we are doing very well indeed. Burton on a 6.6, not playing brilliantly. We do have Ben Williams on the bench, and I think it's time for Mr. Williams to come on. Just keep the ball ticking over for us in that attacking midfield role. Like, we know he's good at that. He's technically very good. He's mentally very good. Not the best physical player, but his movement with the ball is very, very good. Cruz, Pereira, Cruz over the top. Humphreys can't quite get there. Garcia comes out well and claims it. Absolutely love that goalkeeper kit. I love a bright red goalkeeper kit. Garcia goes very long with this. Trulio wins the header. Here is Cruz in for Sandoval today. Pereira comes forward with it. Pereira just holds the ball up. Back to Idaho. Idaho into Ramirez. Up to Williams. Williams gets a really good turn to create some space as Trulio comes forward from left back. Odoriso could square it. Humphreys is there. It's 3. That one might be offside. That one might be. It's not. They're celebrating. The VAR decision gives the goal. 4-2 on aggregate. 3-0 on the day. Trulio did really well on the left. That ball there is what I think they were checking for offside, because that's definitely not. But Humphreys at the near post. He's back. As I said, 2 rubbish games, and now he's got 2 in this one. 65 minutes gone. We are loving this at the moment. Tigres, they're still having shots, but they're not good shots. 0.29 or 0.33 XG from 11 shots really isn't great. As Brunetta into Garza. Sanchez forced backwards. Joaquim, obviously Humphreys on a hat-trick in this game now. Can he fire us to a Champions League final with a hat-trick? That would be lovely. Antuna, Garza into Sanchez. They are committing more men forward. Look at the amount of men they have forward. They're going to leave Humphreys with a lot of space to potentially run into. But we're keeping a good defensive shape. Antuna on the right comes forward. Can he dig out a cross? He does. Oh, it's gone all the way through. And Ozil Herrera, who is in the club, in the starting 11 to replace Ibanez, has got them a goal. They weren't that well. They overloaded this right-hand side a little bit. But Antuna's pace here was really good. Just ran round the outside of this man. Well, it was, if anything, it was Idaho fouling their man. And it went all the way through to Herrera. 4-3 on aggregate now. They've gone to that 4-4-2 again. Pereira swings it in. Trulio with a header. Easy catch for Garcia, really. 10 minutes to go. And Garcia's going to go long with his kick. That's a good win in the air from Cruzio, and Dyack knocks it down to Wolf. Pereira into Humphreys. He's got Odoriso running into space. Odoriso's there to the byline. Can't quite dig out across. Ramirez with a good header. Williams into Odoriso again. Garza covers it. Oh, and you've got a feeling Tigres are going to really push forward for this now. Put a tackle in. Ball into the box. Trulio heads it away. Cruz, time to bring it down. Picks out Dyack. Williams, end-to-end game. Williams is there. Humphreys looks offside. It's a great finish. Flag is up. It looked offside. I'm pretty sure it is offside. And this one I'm pretty sure will be disallowed. And it will remain 4-1 on the day, 5-3 on aggregate. Sorry, 3-1 on the day, 4-3 on aggregate. And again, the game just keeps on swinging end to end, doesn't it? Antuna into Brunetta. Ramirez with a good tackle. Idaho just goes long looking for Humphreys. Samir wins the header, but Williams picks it up. There's that good technique we're talking about. Dyack pokes it through to Pereira. Pereira scores! Come on! The substitute on that right-hand side. Lovely goal. 4-1 on the day. 5-3 on aggregate. Surely, with 10 minutes to go, that is too much for Tigres to claw back. Dyack puts it through. Great first touch from Pereira. That right foot beats Garcia. Right, let's get some defensive reinforcements on here. Defence is looking tired. Trulio off. And Raimundo Cruz, I think, is going to come on left back to sit in there. We will do Idaho off for Whitehead. And Cruz is actually not that tired. We'll keep Ramirez on because his height is absolutely phenomenal back there. And I don't really want to change much else. We'll do Wolf for David Jones just so that we get that fresh legs in midfield, because you've got to do a lot of running on your own in that position. But fresh legs are on. We are winning this game, and it has been comfortable in this second leg. As there's a header off the post. Diak's there to poke it home. It's game over. Call it off now. Call it there, ref. They're already dead. Oh, bing, bang, bong. It's done. It's done. 5-1 in the second leg. 6-3 on aggregate. What a turnaround. Great header there. Unlucky to hit the bar, but Diak was there to poach it. Fox in the box and put it home. And that is superb. And there's more highlights to come as well. I think their confidence is just completely shot now, as we're starting to sort of run them a bit ragged. Samir into Diego Llanes. Diego Llanes comes down the left, swings in across. Joe Whitehead's there to cover. Fresh legs doing their job for Austin. Odoriso into Williams. Williams comes forward into Diak. Diak shoots. Oh, what an effort. It hits the bar. That would have been Diak's hat-trick, I think, as well. A 9.4 for Diak in this game. He has been absolutely immense in that attacking midfield role. And surely one of the last highlights of the game as Antuna puts a ball through to Brunetta for Tigres. Oh, it's got through to Herrera again. He's got his second of the game. Oziel Herrera, his 9th goal of the season. It's going to be a little bit too little too late, you think. They need 2 more goals in the last 2 minutes of injury time. But we are in the CONCACAF Champions League final. Come on. The Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League final. Austin are there. That is absolutely superb from the boys. Who are we playing? That is the question. Odoriso is injured, only 2 to 4 days. That's fine. Bartlett is injured 2 to 3 days. That's not a problem. And Ian Robin would prefer Odoriso to Phil Foden. Yep. Okay. We'll just let that one sit there for a while and linger. As good as Odoriso is. So yeah, we've got to find out. We're going to find out who is going to be playing. So Odoriso, very, very good in the CONCACAF Champions League. But who are we playing? That's all I care about. Who are we playing? We're going to stick with this and continue forward until we find out who we're playing. And this is it. Is it going to be an All-American final, or are we taking on Cruz Azul? We're taking on the current holders of the trophy, which is Cruz Azul. That is who we're going to be playing. Omar Campos is their best player. He looks very, very good. This is it then. In the next episode, it's pretty much all or nothing. We'll be taking on Cruz Azul in the CONCACAF Champions League final, which is going to be hosted. Where is it going to be hosted? That's what I want to know. Can I look to see where it's going to be hosted? Does it tell us where it's going to be hosted? If I go back into schedule, it's going to be hosted at a neutral venue. It's being hosted at the Cotton Bowl, so it is hosted in America. In Dallas. Oh my God, come on. It's a home game. It's our home game for the final. That's the next episode of this save. We'll see you then. It's going to be a bit of a cliffhanger, isn't it, to see how we get on to up to that point. Can we win the CONCACAF Champions League with a team full of only drafted players? We are one step away. See you in the next one. Cheers.